Today's topic is about H3C Firewall. I will explain you from the unboxing till the configurations. Let me unbox the firewall. Here you can see the model is SecPath F1000 series H3C Firewall. The same method and configuration can be implemented on any model of H3C Firewall. I have already cut the plastic. Let me open the box. There are multiple protection cover to protect the firewall from damage. Let me uncover one by one. Here you can see the firewall model. It's H3C SecPath F1000 series. I have already unboxed the firewall. You can see here H3C F1000 series. I have one console cable. This is the console cable and one UTP cable for configuration of firewall. And there is one power cable to power up the firewall. You can connect the power cable from the back side of firewall. Let me connect it. Now you can see the light is blinking. The firewall is powering on. You can see here the system light is blinking. Let me tag my laptop to connect the both cable for configuration. I have taken my laptop. Now here you can connect the console cable on firewall side. Here is clearly mentioned console. Just connect the cable. The other side is USB port. Let me connect to my laptop. Console cable is connected. Now I have one UTP cable. I will use both for configuration. You can see here the management port MGMT. Connect to the firewall. The other side in my laptop there is no RJ45 port, that's why I'm using converter. You can see here it's blinking. Both cables are connected now. Let's move to the configuration part. Here I am using MobiXterm. You can use PuTTY or any other. Click on sessions, serial, then select the COM port. Just click on OK. This is the CLI of H3C Firewall. Default username password is admin. Default name is H3C. Let me go to the system mode and change the name of firewalls. I am putting in firewalls. You can see here the name has changed. Now let me show you the version detail by running display version command. You can see here 96660P53 is the version. Now if you want to see the model of the firewall, you can run display device main info. You can see here SecPath F1000 AI-25 is the model of firewall. And this is the vendor and some other information you can get. Now run display IP interface brief. Here you can see the one interface is up and the color is green. Actually this is the management port where I connected my laptop. Default IP address is 192.168.0.1. Now let me try to ping this IP address from my laptop. First, I have already configured the IP address. IP config, you can check here, 0.2. Now let me ping the firewall management IP. Ping 192.168.0.1. You can see here, now it's pingable from my laptop. Now let me access the firewall from GUI graphical interface. Just put HTTPS and the default IP of firewall 192.168.0.1. Advanced, then continue. Now here you can see the credentials. The default username password is admin. Just click on login. It will ask you to change the password. You can put the default password admin here and just put the new password you want to set. The same password you can repeat on confirm password, then click on apply. Now the password is changed. This is the graphical interface. There is one configuration wizard. Just choose do not show this message again and yes. Now in every firewall there are actually two access modes, like one is routing, one is transparent mode. The transparent mode normally using in data center environment, but I am going with default the routing one. Just click on dashboard. This is the main graphical dashboard of H3C Firewall. What you can see here: memory usage, CPU usage, flash usage, and some other information. On this main dashboard there is one other tab, monitor. You can see different parameters here. On the left side there is policies. By default there is no policy in H3C Firewall. You can see here there is object tab. You can see here ACL, SSL, and some other information. There is another tab related to networks like interface, zones, and some DNS information. And network tab, there is routing, SSL, VPN. If you want to check the system information, you click on system. There is upgrade and license configuration, like you can upgrade firewall from here. Now I am going to the network tab. Here is security zone. By default in H3C there are a total 5 zones: local, trust, DMZ, untrust, and management. Normally in other vendors firewall there are only 3 zones, but here is 5 zones. You can see here the management interface is by default in management zone. The interface, we are connecting the laptop. You can see here 100 the management port. Now let me try to add one interface in trust zone. Just click on the right side for edit. Now here we have the layer 2 interface, layer 3 interface. You can add interface. Just select the interface and click here to add all interface, or you want to select the one interface. Here is multiple options. You can add all, you can add one by one. Just click on add. You can see it shifted to the right side. Now I'm going to change the second one. You can see here both interfaces added on. If you want to remove, just click on remove. You can see here this is just graphical part to add interface and zones. I have added 100 in trust zone. After this, just click on OK. Now you can see here one interface is added in trust zone. You can see here GE1/0/0. The same method can implement on any zone. Like I'm going to add an untrust zone. Just select the interface, click add, and just OK. You can see here two interfaces, one interface added in trust zone, another is in untrust zone, and by default is already there, management interface. Now you can add an interface like this. Now let me going to the policy. Here is no policy. How to create policies in H3C Firewall? Just click on create a policy. Now here you can assign the name, any name of the policy. I am putting the name of like security policies. Just assign the name to policy. I am using for my IP4 addresses in my case. Here you can choose the source zone, like I'm choosing just on trust zone. Click on the right side, edit. You can select any zone, but I am going to select any zone. You can select the IP address. You can see here just IP address or subnet, then comma. You can add multiple IP addresses, but I am going with any, like my zone is any, my IP address is any. Now in destination part you can choose any zone, but I am going to select any zone. You can choose trust, untrust, DMZ as per the requirements. I am going with any because this is the basic policy just for testing purpose. Here you can select the object group like different URLs or some protocols, BFD, OSPF you can choose, but I'm going with any. Here you can choose the different protocol numbers or port number, but I am set with any. Just there is one other options and actions. You can choose permits or deny. I am going with permit. Just select permit and click OK. Our policy has been created. With any, you can see the name of the policy here. I assign security policy, zone any, source zone, destination zone, and protocol types, all any, and permits. You can activate, you can click on activate, just directly affect your policy configuration on the firewall, and you can save from the here top right side. Just click on save, and yes, this configuration will be saved on the firewall. Now these all the policy configurations. Now let me go to the network tab. I will show you here I have added the interfaces. Now let me check from the CLI, from the terminal, like I have configured some configuration from the graphical interface. I need to check just from display current configuration. I will check from here it's already saved on the firewall or no, just to verify. I am going to check the zones. You can see here security zone names trust. I have added one interface from graphical interface. Here you can see 100, and also you can check in untrust. I have added 1/0/2 management. There is default one. You can see here the policy, security policy. The name of the policy is security policy. You can see here. This I have assigned the name to my policy, and the action is passed. The same configuration you can do from CLI as well. That's it. Thank you.